anything is what's her name again? Oh, Abike Dagboru. Like Abike Dagboru is also going to be a minister. Betty is going to be a minister, but you just can't take any chance. So she took people there. Yeah, it's Kolu talking to them in the Balabulu language. Listen, when I put this on, right? Don't go start listening like you want to hear something reasonable. Just listen to an old man, all right? Who is just trying to be to sound sensible, even though soft. I mean, just listen.
The question of security is paramount in my mind. We're back to discuss that over and over again because women are the highest victim of insecurity anywhere in the world, particularly in Nigeria. We have to pay attention to that. Medicare is another serious matter that we will pay attention to. And medical industrialization and availability to all of you, your children, and your relations is extremely important at this period of our nation development. I can assure you that I've maintained an open door policy. I will continue to do that and will be with you anytime you call on me.
There's this blank there. I'll give you the other one. Medical industrialization. Medical industrialization is a priority this time around. Women. Any time I have operated an open door policy to ensure that when you call me, I will be there. Call Uniel. I've told you, don't go and listen. Let's say something reasonable is going to come out of there. No. It's just like somebody, old man, we get dementia. We can't try make sense, but they will be remembering all the buzzword, women, empowerment, youth, care, healthcare, children, women, love, family, career, as just drop them in all like that. Maybe people go, they find the meaning to whatever you are saying. See another one. Listen.
You work so hard politically, despite so many hurdles on our way. You overcame many problems. Is it fuel scarcity? Or naira confiscation? Tell the story. Your children will get more rewards than what you have, because they have a future in this country now.
One day you are going to listen to me. And when I say listen to me, right, you are going to have that, that mind that whenever I tell you what to expect, whenever I want to play Kolu's video, right? So I'm going to get you to that stage whereby you understand how to understand Kolu and you will never be disappointed. When I was growing up in Odogbolu, I grew up among elderly people. I'm talking about very, very old people. Not just old, very old. Like 90, 100, God knows, maybe 120. I'm talking about people where you go see them like this, you will realize there's only skin. Not even, well, maybe skin, not much flesh anymore, skin covering bones. And you'll be wondering, how are they still alive or talking? These are the kind of people I grew up with, old people. So as a young boy, I could easily tell the difference between old people, right, and young people. You know, old people who have wisdom. You know, these old people say they get wisdom gone when they are young. They say old wisdom, but they're going to miss her when they are talking to you, when they are doing, they are talking passionately about things, and for the few minutes they remember something, like 3-4 minutes, they will be so articulate, straightforward, but after that, now bala blue bala bala, it will just be like you will be the one sometimes that will be bringing them back to a conversation or making them to. But if you really want to enjoy them, just let them repeat all the good old days that they actually remember, like their own personal good old days. That's how you relate with old people. You don't give them a job. You don't say, oh, yeah, come and start talking about economy. Come and start talking about security and the rest. So, yeah, you get to that stage that when I say call you are not going to start being like, no. You're going to look at him as that old grandpa, great grandpa, that, apart from politics and all that, you'll be like, this lovely old grandpa that you cannot be angry with. That kind of one that you just be like, why am I going to be angry with this one? I'm not saying you shouldn't be angry with Kolu because it's a different ball game. Or you won't need to be expecting anything reasonable from him. Your children are going to benefit from what? From this Nigeria. Ha. Now, let me tell you one thing quickly, ladies and gentlemen. One of the reasons why Naira in Nigeria will continue to fall, no matter how much they try to pump the dollars, the forex, because number one, their intention of waiting for bulk dollars to pump into the economy and then control the dollar exchange and all of that in Nigeria without any production backing it. I've done this before. I've explained all of this, but I'm not going to go into all of that now. So they are not doing that. They want to pump the dollar and say, okay, we can now. But what will happen when that dollar finally is consumed? You want to pump in, the price go back to where it is. And in order to what? The fact that they have no intention of actually like pumping any dollar in, but other than looking for a means of milking the system themselves, including if they have to go and borrow money to do that. Now they will do that. Bokwari, before he left, they have already increased the borrowing capacity of Nigeria by another 5% beyond what the world recommend. There have been a World Bank recommendation. They've increased that. So Kolu can borrow. And the more they borrow, the more the valuation of your Naira. Nothing is backing the Naira. The whole show off, the gathering of thieves, gathering of jackass, when they begin to suck, every idea they are telling you will help you and help your economy, you will see all of them go up in smoke. A pound sterling is now 1,039 naira, 1,040 naira in pound sterling. So if I give you 1,000 naira now, 1,000 pound sterling now 1 million naira I give you, so 1 million naira. If anybody gives you $1,000 right now 800 and something thousand naira they give you, over 800,000 naira, $1,000, and it's already been over 3 weeks since Kolu and his guys said they are doing something about forex, whatever. Remember, and it's going to first go up, then it's going to crash. You are waiting for it to crash, Abi. These guys are waiting to export their loot, which is also going to come from all this forex and every available resources that could help the country go into production of something productive. So if you're not investing in that and you're waiting on taxing people to bring the money in, sure you get. And then you are packing it and then you are taking it out again. Of course, it's going to continue. Like maybe before December, pound sterling will be 1,500 naira. Nigeria. You see, if your pound sterling, if your Naira gets so bad to the point that you are changing one pound for 1,500 naira, I don't pray that any of my cases in that country then. Because even me will not be able to save them. I'm not joking. In case you don't have a clue about what I'm saying, now body go tell everybody, including all of us with the abroad. Seriously. Because what they are doing is that they would have to continue to sacrifice this. They need money. It's either they print, meanwhile, it's either they print or they continue borrowing. And as new whatever, they need this money. And since all the suckers are everywhere, the one that sucked Benue State dry. Autumn. You remember Autumn of Integrity Group G5? People mad, sha. When Autumn left government, there is already an accusation of looting of Benue State money to the tune of over 107 billion naira. You go there and say, where you see that money? Where Benue see that money? You go ask Autumn, Baba, to the point that when Autumn left government in Benue State, despite all of those things that we thought Autumn is this, Autumn is that, Autumn is only, bewiri. The way open the car shop, Nisha. Somebody will come out for governor office, sign the document that it was going to be, sign the law that they should be paying him pension, build him house in Benue, build him house in Lagos or Abuja, anywhere where you want. Give him 2 cars, 4 cars every 2 years. The way they pack all the cars in Benue State government also to God knows where. When they found out, he said he was a car, he's a car dealer. Igba oni Autumn the car dealer. When did Autumn become a car dealer? And our government cars, they won't go take open business. Anyway, Olegba, they didn't want to send people there to go and chase and collect all the cars. See Autumn car mats. AIT is the owners of this video, so the credit goes to them.
This automobile workshop located along Makudi Otopo Road within Makudi Benue State Administrative Capital was the venue of the latest sting operation of the Assets Recovery Committee instituted by the state government. It is owned by the immediate past governor of the state, Samuel Otom. About 30 vehicles, which the committee claimed belonged to the state government, were then forcefully opened and towed away from the premises.
You don't miss count. Pass, no pass.
You know, this committee was set up a couple of weeks ago, right? And we've been doing quiet tracing of the properties of government, both movable and immovable assets, but mostly vehicles that were bought between 2015 and 2023. We discovered from the records that most, if not all, of the vehicles that were bought between this period were taken away by some persons. And based on some of the reports, some of the security reports we have got, and some of the surveillance that have been carried out in a couple of places, we discovered that some of the vehicles are kept in certain places. And we needed to get to those places to establish if those vehicles are government vehicles, so we could recover them. In doing that, we had to obtain a search warrant to get into those places. So it is after we obtained the search warrant that we decided that some of the places that we had some reports that some of these vehicles were hidden, we need to move into them and evacuate those vehicles. That's what exactly the team of the Committee on the State Assets Recovery has done.
A move seen by the media aide to the former governor as the height of illegality.
This is vendetta. It is a witch hunt. It is persecution. The current administration has not hidden its decision, its resolve to torment the immediate past governor of Benue State, Samuel Otom. And what you are seeing is just that manifestation. As we said in that statement, all former governors of the state left with their vehicles, the vehicles that were officially allocated to them. And Governor Samuel Otom's case cannot be an exception. Before the tenure of his administration elapsed, the State Executive Council made a resolution and asked him and his deputy and other appointees of that administration to leave with their vehicles. So it appears that the current government is yet to look into the extracts of the exco and hand over notes. If they have done, if they do that, and when they do it, they will realize that Chief Otom has not done anything illegal. It has been the tradition. And even members of this current government, the chief of staff to the governor, is a former lawmaker of the state, was a majority leader, and he left government with official vehicles. The chairman of the Assets Recovery Committee, Honorable Hingabiem, is a former appointee of government, and he left government with official vehicles. And many others, like the former speaker, Tekimbi Kange, who are also members of the committee. Many of them, like Nick Ewero, many of these people have official vehicles. So what are they telling us, if not witch hunt? So it's quite sad, it's unfortunate, but like someone said, perhaps the earlier administration is using the witch hunt of Samuel Otom to cover up what the people are saying, poor start. Because they are yet to fulfill any of those promises that they made to the people. And we expected that should be the starting point. Governments come and go. He is here today. Of course, he will buy vehicles. And when he's leaving, his government will do what is...
It is smoke Igbo. It is take India. 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 It is smoke Igbo.
There is lapses there, or there are lapses rather. It is smoke Igbo, it is smoke India Pabi in the name of did you see how he started gaslighting the new thieves who are coming for the old thieves to take what they have stolen? Do you see that confidence? Government properties, you will them to yourselves. Like, who does that? So that another one will come in and he will budget billions of naira, buy other expensive automobiles, cars, and when he's leaving, he will drive away with them. So how come they took all the government cars? That the majority of those cars you are seeing, somebody said, it's all this pickup, they cannot be less than 30 million. You are talking about the normal price, Abi. Do you think Nigerian politicians buy things like normal prices? You know one lady called Stella Odua. She's a former minister in Nigeria. You remember Stella Odua? Stella Odua, during her own time, she used 460 million naira to buy 2 BMW cars. Government official, minister. The original price of the cars, they put the original prices of the 2 cars, they put them at 75, 78 million naira each. Stella Odua paid over 230 million for one. So do you think Autumn bought those cars at the normal prices, Abi? Ridiculous people. When they want to build a project, they will use ×5 of the money to build substandard projects. When they want to sell that property as government property, they set them as scraps. When they budget for their cars, you will see billions, hundreds of millions of naira for cars. When they want to sell them to themselves or with them to themselves, they sell them as scraps. Multi-million naira properties, they sell them as scraps. And they get away with them all the time. But this one won't pay anything. Yuma, somebody is asking for you, Yuma. Probably when the line is open tonight, you'll come in and have a say. Autumn, the man that we believe stood his ground, defended the Benue people, spoke out against the Fulani terrorism, is a thief. Ogbojuole. He robbed. He stole all the vehicles from government house. Congo put them for sale at his car shop. Who does that? Anyway, he's a member of a G5 integrity group of a Werewike. So if you don't believe that, I mean, the last time they said that Bokwari has relocated out of Nigeria. Did you hear that? Did you read that just somewhere? Yeah, he came to the UK and he stayed here for a while. But to prove to everybody that no, instead of Daurao, they were took a nice stroll. You want to see? Take a look.
Wallahi tallahi gashi ga nan General Muhammadu Buhari yau ga mu ga Buhari. Ai ko dai Allah ne iko. Allah ne iko ranka ya dade. Allah ya kara maka lafiya. Allah ya kara lafiya. Allah ya kara maka lafiya. Allah ya kara lafiya. Allah ya kara maka lafiya baba. Allah ya kara maka lafiya baba. Allah ya kara maka lafiya baba. General Muhammadu Buhari. Allah ne iko. Na zubar da kana da wani gina a can wajen garin kallon Buhari. Na'am, ina zuwa. Mu student ne mu daga Bauchi ne mun zahar technology. From Bauchi. Wallahi tallahi gashi. Ga
That is a General Muhammadu Buhari. Oh my God. God will give you good health. General Muhammadu Buhari, like that. I told you about good news earlier, right? One of the things that has taken effect, or should I say visible effects, of the removal of subsidy in Nigeria, from what we heard, is that a lot of businesses outside Nigeria are collapsing. I'm talking about illegal businesses dealing in illegal or smuggled petrol from Nigeria. Now it is not worth it anymore, since you can only smuggle cheap oil to go and sell at your own choosing price. Somebody recorded this. Now, I didn't speak, but somebody told me the meaning. And it's pretty much like, because of the removal of subsidy of fuel in Nigeria, this Cameroon depot of illegal dealing on stolen oil from Nigeria, they have gone out of business. Like this.
To kun gani nan shine Kusiri, border town ne da yake cikin Kamaru, yake tsakanin Injamena, Nigeria da Kamaru. Kun ga duk waɗannan jarkoki da kuke gani yalon nan da black market ake ebowa daga Nigeria ake kawowa nan gurin da shi. To yanzu da yake Nigeria ta cire subsidy, an yi fakin waɗannan jarkokin, duk waɗannan drums da jarkoki da kuke gani nan duka man Nigeria ne ake shigowa da suna. To wannan Kusiri kenan kadai. Abun da yake faruwa haka da kuke ganin nan, haka yake faruwa a bani sunan shi Garwa, haka yake faruwa a Marwa, haka yake faruwa a Gidar, duka wannan da kuke ganin shine subsidy Najeriya da ake faɗa ɗin. Kun gan su nan to duk jarkokin nan sun zama ba su da amfani. Wannan filin da kuke gani wallahi ya fi hekta 100, ba wani abu a ciki banda jarkoki. To duka waɗannan wurin jarkoki ne kuma man Najeriya ne, banda jarkoki yalon nan ga drums. So bari nuna muku, bari ku da ku gani, kun ga duk waɗancan rumfa ne da aka yi don a rage rana tun da fetur ne. To duka fetur ne, duka fetur din Najeriya ne a ciki. Muna ba tare da Tinubu. Kun ga wayannan ba ni sunan su drum ne wanda sauran fetur din da aka shigo da su wanda ba su kare ba ne, suna nan a ciki. To muna tare da Tinubu ya cire subsidy, kar a kuskura a mai da subsidy, don asibitocin Najeriya kenan da hanyoyin Najeriya. Irin wannan rumfan da kuke gani rumfa ne kadai ta fi guda 1000 a cikin nan gurin, kuma duka da kuke gani fetur ne a ciki daga Najeriya, shine subsidy mu. To duk wanda yake son Najeriya dai dole ne zai ce a cire wannan subsidy din. To na gaishe ku, Allah ya samu gane. To kun gani nan shine kusiri.
Àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa kó anybody lẹ́nu. Àwọn ọlọ́pàá máa kó anybody lẹ́nu.
So did you see that place? You see that thousands of jerry cans used in stockpiling supposedly cheap. It's not stolen. It's just that they are diverted their products, Abi, or stolen. I don't think they are stolen. Anyway, it is like a black market for cheap oil from Nigeria. The moment they remove subsidy, the ship that are going to Cameroon to serve cheap oil after collecting money in Nigeria, they no longer turn up. I don't know. I mean, Cameroon is also oil producing country. Why is Nigeria oil? The one that is funding their economy too, cheap oil. Anyway, the Nigerians, they told that they removed the subsidy to benefit. Hopefully, they can roll out the link on how you are going to really tap into it. It's already said. They said that you're going to get 8,000 naira. There are other things that Kolu said is rolling out. A lot of people are saying is fighting for this legitimacy like mad. Anyway, I say, I'll tell you. From what Kolu announced, where is that number one? I think this is number one. So from what Kolu is announcing today, they said Kolu has declared state of emergency on food and water in Nigeria. Shebi, you know, saying love declaring executive order and all of that. Abi, oh yeah, I don't talk am. Oh yeah, it go be. We be jebe abi. Anyway, Kolu has ordered, the immediate release of fertilizers and grains to farmers and households, whatever that means. Synergy between Ministry of Agriculture, blah, blah, blah. Creation of National Commodity Board for price assessment and maintenance of strategic food reserve. Something like, they're going to dictate what prices are going to be everywhere once they flood this. These are just declaration with nothing, by the way. Increase security measures for farms and farmers. Yeah. Once you can arrest the terrorists, the farmers will go back to the farm and they can actually cultivate and then, harvest food to crush any food crisis in Nigeria. Okay, but whatever that means, increase security measures. Central bank's role in funding agricultural value chain to be enhanced. What the hell? Emefiole spent over 2 trillion naira on ANCOS borrowers program. This was an idea to give cheap fertilizers and give money to farmers. Boko Haram came, Fulani terrorists came, they destroyed all the farms. Last, they no reach the money they recovered from their paddy rice is not up to 200 billion naira. So yeah, it's just like Boko Haram's policy too, make it look new, right? Activation of 500,000 hectares of land for farming and river basin. Oh dear, these are Emefiole's stuff too. This is what Emefiole spent over 2 trillion naira on. Anyway, I just now repeat some sure. Tinubu is making them look like he's declaring blah 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 on food It's not declaring any jack shit, man. All you have to do is to provide security for the farmers. They will go back to farms. And every other support around that time will make sense. Nowhere is safe. Everybody's away. You know that. Right? Okay. He said deployment of a concessionary capital funding to the agricultural sector. That was Emefiole's policy. Give money to agriculture, give money to farmers, give money to this. Without security, it is all waste. Improvement of transportation and storage facilities for agricultural products. How many of such were built in 8 years of Bokuwari? How many? Just same, right? This is not going to crash the price of food. No. Increase of revenue from food and agricultural exports. They're going to tax the food and agricultural export. They're going to tax you more to take them out. Okay. To discourage you, Abi. Improved facilitation of trade by working with Nigerian customs. What the hell? What does that even mean? Working with Nigerian custom on what? Of bringing food inside Nigeria. Take it away from Dangote. Give the license to anybody who can bring in food and anybody who can grow food. At the end of the Nigerians who have cheap food, quality food here and there. Like that's how it should be, Abi. No, so free market. Massive boost in employment and job creation in the agricultural sector. What does that even mean? Massive boost. So farmers will make more money. Farmers will employ more people to work on the farms. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, commitment to ensuring every Nigerian has access to affordable food. What does that even mean? Like, these are just like common talk that people will talk, you know what I mean? Like, you just say them in a way that they'll say, oh, that's a very good idea. What the hell? You are government, for goodness sake. Commitment to ensuring every Nigerian have access to food. I'm tired.
And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths who are unemployed. 33% unemployed. Recruit 50 million youths into the army and the other thing. Take away from their recruitment source. What they will eat? Cassava, agbado, corn in the morning, yam in the afternoon. It's growing here. You create demand and consumption. For over 5 million army of boot camps. We create our food. I mean, that's money for the farmers. That's consumption for the soldiers and skill development. Don't call them by illiterate. Don't talk about illiteracy. Anybody who can own gun, who can handle gun, who can cock gun and clean the chamber and cock and shoot is technically competent to repair a tractor in the farm. And we are competing with armed robbers and the bandits to recruit from the youths.
Àtisebo, àtisete, àtisete, àti ń parọ́ tipẹ́, àtisete, òtítọ́ òdìmú òdodo òsì mọ́, àtisete, òtítẹ́, kágbádé fálárì, àtisete, kágbẹ̀dì fálárì, àtisete, adájọ́ ń parọ́ torí owó, àtisete, àtisete, òtìlú ń parọ́ nítorí ipò, àtisete, àtisete, èdò gbówó mìíràn, àtisete, àtisete, ètìsete, àtisete, ìjà ń jà aráàlú, àtisete, àtisebo.
Way that is on that. I'm thinking of switching straight to us taking our usual call and have our chat as usual. But there is this my heartfelt condolences to the people of Ikorodu and then you know, Igbogbo, all those areas, sure you get. My condolences to all of you on the continued death of your roads. Somebody shared this with me, and I said, "Would you believe this is Lagos?" Just asking, because when I saw Odogbolu on Google Map today, I have never felt so depressed in my life. You know, it's not that kind of depression. No. You know, that thing that will just make you feel like, you know, like, where do you even want to start from? I left Odogbolu. I went to go and check some other towns. I went on to go and check Ijebu, Street View. Where are we going to start from? Ijebu? But if they ask you, if they say this is Lagos, okay, I think some of you will agree. Don't let me pretend that you don't know, but this is Lagos, Nigeria. Ikorodu Igbogbo. In the last 6 years has generated over 5 trillion naira in 6 years from taxes from the people. And then the revenue, the sharing money from the rest of Nigeria that they share to everybody, Niger Delta money. Lagos is the richest state in Nigeria, but it is also the mega slum of Africa. No contest. Ogbeni, no, they drag me. Say, I've told you before I said it, I said, me, I'm from Ijebu. And when I saw the level of dilapidation, Baba, I was doing this street view. Okay, I was at my past place today, and we're talking about a delivery that I couldn't get to Odogbolu because the delivery guy said Odogbolu is not on Google Map. What do you mean by Odogbolu is on Google Map? You the wine me. Odogbolu is on Google Map. But Odogbolu, the address inside Odogbolu, number 7, it show quarters. It's not on Google Map. What do you mean? So I decided to grab the phone myself and I type it there. Number 7, it show quarters. Odogbolu. That was how I ended up on the street view of Odogbolu today. You need to see the streets. You need to see the main road in my town. The whole thing don't almost shop come out. Like, you know the road, you have one main road in a town, long road. But that road, it don't chop. It don't chop. Can't be like, say, now the only sign that this road you once have third road. Like, you know, they don't tar the place before they burn me. I will turn to 40 years in January. I have never seen any new relay or any new fixing of that road, but it wasn't that bad. Today, honestly, you know that kind of time that you just feel like, where do you really want to start from? I was going from street to street in Odogbolu today, my hometown. I was going and I was seeing everywhere the old houses, the old what have you, the red mud, the dusty road, the dusty everywhere, like dusty, like no road. Illumi, what's happen? I went to the local government in front of the you know that piggery. I don't know if you have visited piggery before, right? I went on to go and check the road to the federal government college, Odogbolu, gone. And I was like, they've been having government in Ogun State for a while. Odogbolu has been having local government chairman. One of my old friends even served as a councillor. When he made small money, he left Odogbolu. He went to Abeokuta The small money he made as a councillor in Odogbolu, he went to Abeokuta to go and buy a land, build a small house there, forgot to do Odogbolu. Today, I was showing my friend that you look at this place, they say it's clinic in Odogbolu. That is my friend's constituency project, councillorship project. They call it clinic outpost. On the side of a dusty road like that. It's not a clinic. It's just like, when they send the nurses from the main health center, so they can come to that part of the town and sit down for anybody who want to check their BP and all of that. My friend bought paint. He bought 2 liters of paint or whatever, right? They painted it blue and yellow. This project is innovated by Honorable Leke. So I saw all of that today, and I was like, oh my God, look at Odogbolu. Hey! So why am I saying all of that is that it got so touchy. I won't lie to you. I was like, where is the government then? APC, for example, has been ruling my own state, Ogun State, since 2011. Can you believe that? And when you get to the people who share border with Lagos and they are from Ogun State, Akute, Alagbule, Alagbado, you know what I mean? They are like living in hell. And I'm like, what is now motivating some of you who spend so much energy defending these criminals and saying that they have changed life, they have done this? The immediate past, the person who served as the House of Assembly member for my Odogbolu local government is from my hometown. Now, one of my own Elegbon's wife, sure you get now, wife of one of my Egbons in Odogbolu, the immediate past one. She would tell me how it's not easy. Hey, Baba, call me. You see, it's not easy like that. You see, we are trying to talk. The governor is doing his best. I saw my hometown today. I was like, oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. But there are APC and all of them around there too. And when I saw those of Lagos, I was like, you know what? Before anybody go tell me, say, where you come from, Mayegun? What about you? Go back to where you come from. I know where I come from. Oh. And I know those who are destroying the place. They are no other people than Tinubu's people. If all of them are watching me right now from Odogbolu, lójú ara yín, ń ṣòṣèlú náà nìyẹn o. Àbí ní Odogbolu kọ́ nìyẹn, where the young people have no real job. Those who have jobs are just Okada riders. The entire town is, man, and a lot of you, every small thing, PDP, APC, you carry your head, carry your flag everywhere, old, young, all of you, jobless, miserable, and the rest, in that same place that they have turned to a complete shithole. Morile near Rubami. For the first time, I actually feel like there's this decision I should have made a long time ago that I didn't, and I'm actually going to have to make now. Like, it was scary. And you are there, our elders, your elders, Amosun, elders Sidapo, elders Benga, and the rest of you. You are wallowing in that squalor, in that poverty, like that. But one day go be one day, one day go be one day that this whole thing, will change. I kind of feel that. But for now, orí burúkú tí wọ́n ti ṣe tí gbogbo yín faramọ́ ten back up. We'll see how long that goes. So yeah, talking about them, leaving us in our own squalor, making it look like they are helping you. When indeed, redevelopment kokon, any changes kokon. I don't know if I should say God bless you, Nabi. You should think for yourself. So I'll leave it at that. For now, I want to go and make my own cup of tea, because this one is that one is cold. Now I'm going to leave my line opened. Okay, so you can call in and then add your voice, like normally, right? Let's chat on your own views, but that will be when I come back. So to everybody who is still here, remember, you can still like my broadcast too. You can still like it, you can still share it, and you can still subscribe. And indeed, you can call in to also be part of this. All right? So until I get back, don't go anywhere. Hello there.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello, it's Ifeanyi.
Hey, Ifeanyi, that's you back. How are you doing tonight?
Yes, I'm very good. I'm very good, thank you. I've been following you. Thank you very much for today.
Thanks, Baba.
Nigeria is Nigeria is giving us. It's almost a comedy central. They are giving us a field day. We have a lot to talk about. So I'll be very quick.
Please.
I'll be very quick. Mayegun, you are from Ogun State, right?
Very much.
If Ogun State is like a country of its own, maybe imagine with Oshun, Lagos State, just Yoruba area, all those Yoruba areas, southwest Nigeria. And the vessel we talked about left, somebody loaded that vessel and left. And you know that oil is your oil.
That's right.
Ogun State people have
from Ondo. No, it's from Ondo. It's not even our own yet.
Okay.
It's actually the state next to us, Ondo. Like if you put us as Yoruba together, let me say something quickly, right? Before you continue. Now, Ogun State, right? As on record, the Ogun State has the largest deposit of LNG in Nigeria, untapped yet, liquid natural gas, right? Same between another the rest of them. And talk about as a country, Ogun State by population and maybe kind of slowly by size is the size of Scotland. Scotland is about 5.5 million. Ogun State people is about 6 million people.
Which means you're actually bigger than
country, yes. On our own, no. But as Yoruba, we'll also be a bigger part of that Yoruba country if we are a big as a Yoruba country too. I want you to continue on the parts of that stolen oil.
That's very good. Well, my point with would have been, if you know a man who is from Ondo, who is in charge of oil shipment in Ondo State, and that kind of thing happened, would you people not have held that person responsible up to now?
Automatically now. It's not hard.
You would have held that person up to responsible up to now. Now, they have brought out the money for agriculture, and the reason is they are fighting hunger, which is very good, right? State of Punjab in India, I read somewhere have over 700,000 tractors. Those are people who want to solve agricultural problems. Nigeria have less than 50,000. Confirm this, and I'm telling you, the whole Nigeria have up to less than 50,000 tractors. So if a proper human being would have, first of all, if you want to tackle that hunger problem, is it not safer to go for those kind of things that will help the farmers?
Tell them.
Good. You want to share them cash to buy which food? The food that is not available. Why are they thinking like this? And then they said they are declaring war on agriculture. How do you declare war on who is fighting who? Who is fighting who? Who are they fighting with? Who are they fighting with? All these things they are doing now in Nigeria now, packaging everything and doing all this what they are doing now. IPOB supporters, Atiku and all this, fighting themselves over something everybody knows the truth. The most despicable picture I saw today is picture of Ibori in Aso Rock.
Yes, sir.
Ibori did not meet Tinubu outside Aso Rock, inside Aso Villa.
Inside his bedroom, now like presidential villa gongon. Sure, you get it now.
How can that? So where you go? How can that be possible?
Well, it don't happen.
Currently, you are living in a developed economy. UK is a developed economy. They can afford to share. Do you know that UK can afford to share money?
Of course, now.
Okay, have anybody ever given you raw cash?
No,
Can you give people raw cash?
It won't happen. You would have to go and apply if you qualify. Then you get it.
These idiots need to reactivate their Bank of Industry and the Bank of Agriculture, where farmers who are real farmers can go and access easy loans. Not that kind of loan where they tell me to bring my grandfather's birth certificate, not kind of useless loan. Give these people soft loans so that they can go and feed themselves. What are we doing? What are we doing? Nearly $1 trillion now. They will share this thing hand to hand. And just like you have already said, it's not going to anybody's pocket. No. This thing is going straight to, it's just going to be used to settle people who read the election. I already know that's what's going to happen. Now, but the one that is going to judiciary, is it not to settle the
their own 35 billion? They don't settle them with that. More still come, you know. They then deliver judgment in his favor. They still go get more. That's the promise.
What are we doing? So what are we doing? So why are people relaxing? Why are people comfortable with all these things? But yeah, what are we doing?
Have you seen
What are we
Kenyans?
doing?
Kenyans, so because of
What
price
are
of
we
food,
doing?
then don't they street scene. So police on the shoot tear gas, then they throw stone for 4 days now. Kenya they fire out. Here you get. Nigerians today say it go be.
Why you gonna listen to President of Zambia? I'm not saying that the Zambia is fine, but when the man is talking, you know that these people are planning to do so. There is something they are planning to do that will work for everybody. Nobody knows what is going on. You know everything you are saying this evening. None of these things make sense. People are just group of women. We go. Let me tell you what will happen tomorrow. Youth will gather themselves and go to Asoro to go and what is going on? Elderly people will still go. Crippled people. Everybody.
Kings will still go. Royal fathers will go. Bishops, everybody will still go. And they will all come out and say the same thing. We need to support this man. He means so well for Nigeria. His policies are working for us now. Like, what the hell, man?
I hope you know that every visit comes with money going outside. You know, right?
They tell me.
Anytime
Thanks for coming. It's called thanks for coming.
So what is going? What is going on? What is going on? You are saying that a pound is above 1,000. That is actually
1,039 naira. That's what it was today. I don't know what tomorrow will be.
For an import-dependent economy, why you going to import everything? We know we cannot produce anything. So we are now too lazy, so we can't produce anything. So an importer will now buy pounds, 1,000 pounds for 1 million, and now goes to China and buy goods. Come back and you tell him to sell it how much? So everything now, people are still buying things, eating now because of the old things importance, but I'm an Igbo man, so I'm aware of what I'm telling you. I'm an Igbo man. I'm from Enugu State, so I know. So Igbo people now, majority of two of them are important. They will go to China now and bring in goods. So by next 2 months, you start seeing the effect of all this rubbish that are saying that the exchange rate stabilized and all those nonsense. People will not be able to eat in next 2 months in Nigeria. It's going to happen. Tinubu doesn't even know what's going on. Nothing is going on. Nobody is doing anything. Why are people not angry? Yoruba people should have been on their own. Igbo people will be on their own. Every component that would emerge if Nigeria divide today would be better than Nigeria. Even Fulani people, if they separate and be on their own, they will be better than Nigeria. Nigeria cannot be better than any component that will emerge if Nigeria divide today.
Not like this.
If Yoruba people go on their own, they will be better than Nigeria. If Igbo people go now, they will be better than Nigeria. Fulani people go, they will be better than Nigeria. If Hausa people go, they will be better than Nigeria. Any component that will emerge from Nigeria will be better than Nigeria. Why are people deceiving themselves? Why are we doing all this thing?
You're fine.
Thank
you so much for that. I have another call on the line here. Hello.
Hello, my good general.
Hey, the Prince Jejeman. How are you?
I'm fine, Baba. Are you?
I'm fine too. Thanks for asking.
Yeah, Baba, thank you so much. This year program today, they're very hot. I beg, man, my people, I beg, man, I share, I beg. We want this program today to circulate, I beg.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, Baba, why I called, there's at the beginning, there's a thing that you showed us that touched me so much. You see, when you are analyzing about this charts on security and insecurity.
Facts don't lie now. There is difference between emotion and facts. Sure you get. If everybody wants us to believe that Eastern Nigeria, we should be all worried. We should be worried about the least, disturbed area, and we should ignore the violent hotspots. Who does that now? No be hypocrisy be that. That's why I have to share the figure, data. CEO, now they're waiting their data, they talk with this. So where is all this rage coming from?
God bless you. God bless you so much.
Thank you.
I just want to use this opportunity to speak to our people in Alaba International Trade Fair, Abuja and Co. Based on the analysis of today's program, you've seen that the insecurity in the Southeast is mostly politically motivated.
That's right. All the news about it is politically motivated. The exaggeration about it, the incitement about it is all coordinated. If people pay attention very well, they are diverting our attention from the real thing happening elsewhere. If they pay attention.
Honestly. My advice to them, if they are building anything anywhere, let them build from now henceforth. Let them be building face me, I face you. Let them go and build proper structure in the southeast. Okay, their businesses, let them start to move as you've been advising them. Let them begin to move it.
At least divest.
You know, our region is political. There is politics that they are playing with everything. Okay. Secondly, Mayegu, you see, Buhari they are showing us today. This Buhari, I want you to just write it down today. Very soon we hear that Buhari is dead. Okay, so that Aisha will return from Dubai and go and give official burial. Okay, just write it down. No, you understand? Yeah. It may so not make sense now.
Disappearance, Abi.
Exactly. It may not make sense now to one Nigerians. Okay, but at everything, just be we'll be connecting the dots. You know, because sometimes they can most of his prophecy, some they will say mad, but after they will say, now wow, say this man a prophet, you know. So Baba, and the last one I want to add to it today is Mayegu. There's one unique thing about you. You know, you used to tell people on your program, some they will follow you, some they will unfollow you, later they will follow you back.
That's true.
Okay. Why? Because you have always you always remain consistent.